Everyone to the Databricks bootcamp kickoff session. We're gonna let people kind of mosey on in here for a second. So, we'll give people 2 minutes to mosey on in, and then we will get into the information session of this. So, I'm excited for you guys to learn more about Databricks and everything that we have here. It should be a pretty great time, pretty informational. Let me go back to the beginning here. Present, and then okay, there we go. Awesome. There we go. Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone. Yeah, we have David in from Los Angeles. Amazing. We're going to give people like another 2 minutes or so to mosey on in to allow for like any missed things, and I always like the 2-minute Zoom courtesy, right? Yeah. Yeah, we want to congratulate Mohammed Nabil. He won one of the scholarship seats for this bootcamp. So congratulations, Mohammed. I really appreciate that you're here today, and I know that you're gonna give it your all. I know that you're gonna do a really great job giving it your all today. So yeah, welcome everyone. If you can just type where you're tuning in from, we will be getting ahead shortly here in about 1 minute. We'll be going. We got Charlotte, we got India. So good. Hey, yo, Zach, you got tan, bro. Yeah, I just flew back in from Hawaii 2 days ago. Yeah, you come back, Zach. You come back, Zach, in Las Vegas. Yeah, I'm finally in like my long-term place in Vegas. So like, I'm excited. It's been a lot. Like this first week of the boot camp has definitely been like the absolute like stretching of myself of like moving, figuring out leases, figuring out moving, figuring out storage units, building new content, hiring new people. Like it's been a lot. But okay. Welcome everyone. I'm done yapping. So let's get into this. So congratulations on joining. And if you haven't joined yet, make sure to consider it and reach out to me on LinkedIn or send an email to support@dataexpert.io. So let's get into this. So February 16th, the data engineering boot camp. So I've been doing these boot camps for quite some time now. This is V9. This is the 9th iteration of the data engineering boot camp, and it has been so amazing. All the different ways that we have kind of gone through this boot camp, and it's going to be pretty great. So let's step into this. So welcome. You're going to learn a lot. You're going to learn a lot over the next 5 weeks, and it's going to be intense. And remember, like whenever you join a course like this, like the people who put the most into it get the most out of it. That's how it works, right? I cannot drag yourself to wisdom, right? I can only lead a horse to water. I cannot have it drink. You have to slurp up as much knowledge as you can in the time that you can, right? So it's going to be good. This bootcamp is designed to give you all the most relevant information in the least amount of time possible, because we honor you. We honor your valuable time, and we want to get you promoted and into new Databricks roles as quickly as possible. So let's step into it. Let's go. So if you have been surviving, then welcome to part 2. There's about 75 of you guys who took me up on the 15-week challenge, and congratulations on making it to part 2. So we are 1/3 of the way done through this entire challenge, and I just want to congratulate you on your tenacity and your ability to get through it. And congratulations on making it to the Databricks section. So the 15-week learning challenge is broken up into 3 5-week segments, right? We did a 5-week segment on analytics engineering. We are then going into a 5-week segment on data engineering and Databricks. That is what we're starting this week. And then after that, we will be doing a 5-week challenge on AI engineering. And that one will be with more unstructured data, more RAG, more agents, all the really exciting things that we kind of see. So what we're going to be covering today in this, in this kickoff is why you made a great decision for joining, because you guys are investing in your future. This is a massive investment in both time and energy, but it always pays back. It always pays back. How to get the most out of this bootcamp. Super important. And if you follow through with what I tell you, in this second bullet, like you will get a new job. It's so crazy because everyone who follows everything I say on how to get the most out of this boot camp, that is going to allow you to go further. And everyone who follows all those instructions, they experience a life change. They get a promotion or a new job within 6 months. Like the problem is most people don't listen. Most people don't follow through and actually do everything. So then we'll talk a little bit about the curricula, the bootcamp structure, Capstone project, as well as some policies and structures around like refunds and certification. So let's get into it. So why did you make a good decision here? Because we take learning seriously here. We are here to optimize your time. We needed to update this slide. We do not have the Azure Learning with Deepak this time, but we do have Q&A sessions with industry leaders. If you were here for the webinar, we have a lot of those already ticked off. We also have office hours for the TA. So if you're confused by anything, we have TAs who are willing to help you. And then joining now means you'll get 30% off the AI bootcamp in March. So just letting you know, like it gives you a much better opportunity to keep making investments. The more that you put into this, the more effort that you put into this, the more AI ready you will be, and the more AI enabled you will be, and the less anxiety you will have about the future. Just the nature of how this works, right? Education isn't free. So how do you get the most out of this bootcamp? So like it really is just a couple things, right? I know that there's two types of people who take this bootcamp. The first one is going to be working professionals who work a 9-to-5. They might have like a family and like a life and things like that. And for them, I would say, ask questions and be social, make friends, attend the lectures and do the homework, and then build pipelines on the infrastructure we give you. When you sign up for this, you get access to a fully fledged production Databricks account where you can do literally everything. It's not the stripped down free version. It's a full-fledged production Databricks account. That obviously has cost to it and everything as well, but I pay for that cost. That's the gift I give back, right? So some of you are probably not employed right now and you have a little bit more time on your hands, or you want to try hard and really push yourself. In that case, post your learnings. Learn in public. My students who learn in public, they are the students who get the fastest life change, because I have to tell you an uncomfortable truth right now. And that uncomfortable truth is most of you already have the skills necessary to get a new job. You just don't have the visibility. And if you learn in public and you're able to get the visibility on LinkedIn or in a professional network, then guess what? Congratulations. You're going to make it, right? You're going to get the visibility, because getting a new job and getting a new opportunity it's three pieces, right? You have visibility, capability, and luck. Visibility, capability, and luck. Two of those you have control over. Luck is a little bit, you have less control over. So let's handle the two variables that we can, and then we'll wait to get lucky. And one of the things I've noticed in life is luck favors the prepared. And some people even say luck is when opportunity meets preparation. That's another thing to be thinking about as like you are going through this. Last but certainly not least is, if you want to get the most out of this bootcamp, take all three. Take all three. So take the Databricks one and then take the AI one in March, right? So you take the Databricks one right now and take the AI one in March. And then at the end of April, you're going to be like, holy shit, I know so much more about what I need to do to be a better AI engineer into the future. So just realize that like there's a lot to be happening here, and that like if you follow all of these, so if you ask questions in our social, you attend the lectures and do the homework, you build pipelines on the infrastructure we give you, you post your learnings on LinkedIn, you make an amazing Capstone project, and you take all three boot camps, you're going to have a life change. You are 100% going to have a life change. And that is because the number of people who actually do all of those things is like, in each boot camp, it's like 5 people. It's like 5 people, and keep in mind, there's like about 150 of you. So 5 people out of 150 is like 2%, like 2 or 3% of people actually follow through on doing all of this, because it's a lot. but that's exactly what it is. And like, remember, like if you are here and you want to do the analytics bootcamp, the analytics engineering bootcamp, you can take that self-paced. Just message Matali in the Discord and she can get you access to that. So we also put you into study groups because we know that like learning alone sucks. Learning by yourself is terrible. And so we put you into study groups based on your time zone. This will be done at the end of week 1. So on Friday, this should be done. This group is your comrades. These are the people that you go to war with. These are the people that you should become best friends with. I've seen from this bootcamp in 3 years now, I've seen some best friendships. I've seen some relationships. I think in the next year, I will see a marriage where they'll be like, Zach, it all started here at your bootcamp, which is going to be nuts. But these people are going to be so important, right? It comes back to like, it's not about what you know. It's about who you know. Right. And that's a super important thing to remember, right? As you just go throughout your whole life, remember that the connections that you bump into are super important. And these are people who they might give you referrals or offers later on in life as well. You never know. Life is very, very, very long. So, and remember, there's 150 of you. So don't ask me questions directly. Don't hit me up in the DMs. Like, the order of operations here is if you have a question, ask your group first. And if your group can't help you, then ask the TAs. And if the TAs can't help you, then ask me. That's the order of operations. So it makes it so 1% of the questions come to me. So it makes it so I'm handling about 15 students' questions, not 150, because if I try to handle 150 students' questions, I will go insane and I don't want to do this, right? So remember, we learn together here at Data Expert. So the curricula, here's the curricula. We have 5 weeks. We're going to start with Delta Lake. Delta Lake's going to be really awesome. Then we are going to do, and we're going to talk all about like liquid clustering, open table format, Delta sharing, Unity catalog, the whole 9 yards. It's going to be awesome. Then we're going to move into Databricks and advanced Spark. So this is my favorite one where we go into Spark. And I'll talk all about my experience in big tech with how Spark works at scale, like working with petabyte pipelines and like what you can do and what you can't do. It's going to be a very, very deep and knowledgeable week. Week 2 is if you have to pick any week to go to, it's going to be week 2. Then there's going to be Spark structured streaming with Delta Live Table. That's actually week 4. We're swapping managing unstructured data and Delta Live Table, just because of availability of instructors. And then in Spark structured streaming, we're going to be working with Spark structured streaming, Kafka, and Delta Live Table. So if you want to learn how to do actual real-time data processing, it's going to be amazing. We'll do real-time data processing at scale with real data. It's going to be another really awesome week. And then we're going to round it out with we're going to have unstructured data, where we're going to look at like LLMs, how they impact data engineering, how to set up a RAG model, how do we identify business problems that are ready for AI. And then, last but definitely not least is we're going to be looking at Databricks. They have a thing called Genie. They have a thing called Agent Framework, and they have a thing called Agent Bricks, which are all these really awesome tools that make building AI agents even easier. And so Databricks and Agent Bricks is going to be really awesome. So some other follow-up things here. All the classes will be recorded. They are filmed live, but then they are recorded and uploaded within a few hours. So we will record them live, and usually within 2-3 hours of the live class, it will be up on the platform for you to watch. So for the credit, you have 2 options. You have a choice to either attend the classes live or watch the recordings. So you can do either one. So like, I know some of you are might be on the East Coast. So like doing the 9 to 11 p.m. Grind is a lot. And I don't disagree with you there. 9 to 11 p.m. every Tuesday and Thursday is a lot. So don't feel the pressure to have to come to the live classes every day. Understand that this is designed for working professionals, so you can do it either way. So then we have all the infra setup instructions will be shared before the lab. Understand it is shared usually the day before. Like we don't give you a ton of heads up. So that's going to be just how it works here, because we iterate a lot on the labs. We iterate a lot on this stuff. And a lot of the infra setup stuff is very easy. We're going to, even in this kickoff session, we're going to show you how to do the infra setup. So then if you want to join the live classes, we have Discord, and then you go to the Discord stage Spring DE Bootcamp, and that's where you will be able to get the live classes. I send out an email whenever we are about to go to a live class as well, just so that you are ready and you are, and make sure to check your spam. Sometimes it goes to spam. So, and then if you want to check your progress, you can go to the dashboard, and that's going to be the place. And it won't be Spring Data Engineering, but this is wrong. We need to update this. This is Spring Data Engineering Bootcamp starting May 26th. This is going to be the Winter 2026 Data Engineering Bootcamp. That's the name of this cohort. So here's the schedule. We got a schedule. The schedule is designed for working professionals. So the 2 slots that are really the powerful slots are going to be that 6 to 8 p.m. lecture lab. That's going to be 6 to 8 p.m. lecture lab on Tuesday and Thursday. Those are going to be super important. And then the other one that I really like is going to be the tech talk, the 5 to 6 p.m. where we talk with an industry expert. Week 1, we're talking with Shubham. Shubham is he's a principal DE at Amazon. So he's like literally the highest ranking DE at Amazon. So that's another place that we can really get a lot of value. Other things here, we have the 5 to 6 p.m. Q&A. That's going to start tomorrow. One of the things about the Q&A though is for the first week is it's available for everybody, but after that, it's only available for the people who did the homework of the previous week. So you get like 5 days. You get 5 days to do the homework. Like we do put a little bit of pressure on you and a little bit of incentive so that you can have more time to talk with me. That's going to be awesome. And, you know, we handhold you guys. Like if you have other questions, the TA sessions are open for everybody. So you have that 7:30 to 8:30 a.m. TA session. That's mainly there for people on different time zones. And then we have the 6 to 7 p.m. TA session on Wednesday as well. Then last but not least is we have the book club. The book club goes from 5 to 6 p.m. And that one, we are going to be talking about designing data-intensive applications. And the first week, we are discussing chapter 3 on storage. So should be pretty great. So how to submit homework. It's actually not at dataexpert.io/assignments. We need to update that. But you go into your program, and we will show you how to submit homework here in just a second as well. So you go to the homework tab, and then you can just create a zip file and upload your homework. There's only pass fail. We don't do A, B, C, D. You will get an A, B, C, D grade, but you have to get an A or a B. You have to get an A or a B to pass. That's just how it works. And then this is going to be our structure. Keeping in mind, we are swapping weeks 3 and 4. That's just a last minute change that we have to do based on instructor availability. So homework's great. You get immediate feedback with AI. It's very detailed. So be ready for that. So the Capstone project is going to be really awesome. I highly recommend building something here. We will give you a couple ideas of Capstone projects that you could potentially work on in tomorrow's Q&A. So that's a big thing. But remember, like the Capstone project has to have a lot, right? So it has to have a pipeline, quality controls, documentation, visualization, and it has to have an agentic action that's added because we are now in 2026. So you have to do some sort of agentic work as well. If you don't have agentic work in your Capstone project, then you do not pass. You also need to have a screenshot of your Capstone running in the cloud. You cannot do local. Local is not going to be okay. You have to have it running in the cloud. A screenshot of that running in the cloud will be enough because we deploy to production, right? We do real production workloads at Data Expert. We don't do any toy examples. So like your pipeline has to run in production. Your project has to run in production. It has to run in the cloud. Like otherwise, doesn't matter. So we do want to give you guidance because some people like they either undershoot or overshoot their Capstone project. Some people try to build something way too simple. Some people try to build like the entire world data model of everything that could ever exist. and that's a little bit too complicated for a 5-week boot camp. So it's kind of like right sizing your project so you have enough to pass. Your project is complex enough to pass, but not too complex to get overwhelmed. So and we have a deliverable at the end of week 3 where you need to submit a diagram of like what you're building, and then we have keeping in mind the capstone project due date is March 29th. It's a big thing to remember. So bootcamp rewards. So we have a couple things here. If you are the top individual or group projects, so keeping in mind your capstone project can be a group project or an individual. Like 95% of you opt for individual projects, but you can do a group project as well. You'll get additional discounts on future boot camps. So every boot camp going forward, you will get at least 50% off going forward if you are a top individual and group project. So like you essentially have permanently subsidized education from me if you are a top individual project. Also, if you are in the community, so the top community engagers also get additional, they also get 50% off of all future boot camps or all future education products from me. They get a permanent 50% cut. And they also get a LinkedIn recommendation from me. So that's going to be a really powerful thing to remember. So remember for the top 3 community engagers, there's 3 categories. We have most helpful, most funny, and highest volume. And keeping in mind, we do process all messages with ChatGPT. So you can't just like spam stuff for highest volume. It's highest meaningful volume. So it has to be like an actual meaningful message in order for it to count. So that is how we kind of reward things from a project perspective. Refund policy. So how it works here is in week 1, if you want to get a refund, we will give you it will incur a 25% processing fee, and if you want a refund after 2 weeks, it will incur a 50% processing fee, and then after 2 weeks, no refunds will be issued after 2 weeks. So that means that you have and that's based on the Friday, right? So it'll be, or I guess it's based on the Monday. So you'll have until 2 weeks from today to make that decision if you want any sort of refund. So that's what we do for our refund policy. I hope that makes sense. Last but not least here, we have the policies and structures. So this is going to be our certification. So a lot of people do the attendee certificate where they attend 90% of the lectures, or they make them up by watching videos. That gets you the participation trophy. Then you have the excellence certificate where you attend 90% of the lectures and you complete at least 4 of the 5 assignments. I will get you a LinkedIn shout out and priority in our referral network. And then we have the superb certificate, which is the hardest one to get, which is you get the excellent certificate and you deliver a high quality capstone project. So the people who do the superb certificate, if they do all the homework, they show up, they will also get additional discounts on future boot camps. So you will also have a really nice discount, like 50% as well. So definitely recommend that. So the AI engineering boot camp, it starts on March 23rd. We can get you a 30% discount if you've joined the Databricks bootcamp. Highly recommend that. More information on that will be shared shortly, probably near the end of February as we kind of ramp up sales for the AI engineering bootcamp. This one will be more platform agnostic, where we will be working with more like LangChain and kind of more open source tools, as opposed to like the Databricks and Snowflake branded tools. So obviously, I'm not the only one who works here at Data Expert. So there's me, and then we have Matali. She's like the chief of staff, and she's kind of runs a lot of the operations. We have Bruno. Bruno's all about the analytics engineering bootcamp. And we have Aditya. Aditya builds out all the features for the Data Expert platform. So if you find any bugs, Aditya will be the one who fixes them. Harshit is our community manager. He's our community manager for the Discord. So if you see any weird stuff in the Discord, reach out to Harshit. Our instructors are going to be, so it's me and Umar. So we have two instructors this time around. I will be teaching 3 weeks. Umar will be teaching 2 weeks. So I'm going to be teaching the weeks on Delta, on Spark, and on Delta Live Table. The big volume, big data kind of weeks I will be teaching. And then the weeks on unstructured data and AI agents, Umar will be teaching. So that's going to be the 2 week or the kind of the split. So Umar is a very talented individual. He is a leader at Databricks. He's literally like leading teams at Databricks already. So he knows Databricks through and through. He's been a solutions architect at Databricks for many years. So he has a very deep knowledge on this stuff, and he's going to have much better knowledge on these kind of newish agentic features that Databricks has been releasing over the last little bit. So it's going to be great. I'm really glad that Umar decided to join to teach. Then we have our TAs. So we have Raghu and Rahul. They are going to be our two TAs who are going to be teaching and helping any kind of like difficult debugging question or syntax question or whatever you might have. That's going to be the two people that you're going to want to reach out to. And then I guess we have any questions. I want to just slow it down, answer any questions y'all might have, and then we will go over how to get started. We will go over how to get onboarded into the Databricks platform and how to set up all of your stuff, so you can kind of see how quickly we'll be able to get set up here. So let's see. Mohammed saying, when is Databricks going for IPO? I'm guessing it's probably going to be another year or so. I think they're waiting. They're waiting a while. Like they're a very interesting company in how they're working. Like they don't need to IPO, and they're doing really well without it. So it's very interesting, right, to see how all this works, right? You're allowed to submit homeworks repeatedly. Yes, you can submit it until you pass. Hey, Zach, if we fail, can we try again so we get a passing grade and get the superb certificate? Yes. You can submit homeworks as many times as you want. So that's going to be 100% true. I'm excited for you guys. This is going to be a really great opportunity to do this stuff. So if you are interested here, so we go to Data Expert, right? And you'll see you can join here, Data Expert, and you'll see this includes access to Databricks, AWS, GitHub, and Discord. So when you join, you'll end up going to a dashboard page. You'll go to a dashboard page like this, and then you can go. You'll see this winter 2026 data engineering bootcamp. You can go to onboarding. So inside of onboarding, this is where you'll be able to see what is available. So like if you are part of the 15-week challenge, you'll be sent there, but you'll have your credentials here. So you can go to like access credentials. Well, let me go and show you what that looks like. So we have our credentials tab here. So this is where we can get all of our where we join on everything, right? So you get access to the Data Expert GitHub. You need to join AWS. And like there's just buttons that you can click, right? You'll see like here's your Databricks workflow, and then this will open up, and then so it will make an account under your name, like whatever your name was. And then here, one second, let me get my code. So then now we are in the Databricks workspace, right? We have our workspace ready to go. And you'll see like we've had students create many, many different clusters. So they've tried different things out. Obviously, we don't want to have people just create millions of clusters. We want people to kind of use serverless, because serverless is the new best practice. But this is what we're going to want to get you access to. And then the other big thing here is going to be on Data Expert. So in Data Expert, there's going to be a bunch of repos that we're going to be working with here. Some of the repos I still need to push up, and you'll clone them as we go, because I'm trying something new this time where we're going to do like one repo per lesson, which is different than what I've done in the past. So we will be looking at kind of like the Airflow DBT project. This has some interesting Databricks work in it as well. So this is another big old project that we've been working on for a long time. This has been iterated and 211 commits. Wow, this is for an education product. That's crazy. So that's going to be the kind of the other big thing to be thinking about, right? book. Do you have a link to access it, or we buy it? You should buy it, right? Sai Kumar, any discount on bootcamp? Message me on LinkedIn. Can we know what is your net worth? Just a ballpark figure? No. Is the Capstone projects are different for every bootcamp if we are part of the 15-week challenge? Not necessarily, right? If you remember, like, you can have one giant bootcamp. Lubo, I know that you have your Lubot thing that you're working on. That's going to be the big thing, right? I'm curious about the Capstone project brainstorming scheduled for later today. We're expected to prepare something for that session? No. Like, we're just going to be going over like some ideas of like how to kind of do some brainstorming to like help you figure some stuff out. That will be in the Discord though. So I will send you guys a message for that as well. So because the students who actually commit to doing that are going to be the students who win. Those are the students who are doing great. Oh, by the way, I also created this recently, this AI engineer handbook. It's literally just like the data engineer handbook, but it freaking is amazing. Like, it has everything that you could ever need to know about like AI engineering. So highly recommend checking it out. This is a really good place to be. So will topics like autoloader be covered in this bootcamp? I don't think so. Autoloader is not covered. I don't think. I don't think we're covering that specifically. Well, that's essentially how long will the bootcamp be? Sorry, I should know. 5 weeks. 5 weeks. It starts tomorrow. Starts tomorrow and goes for 5 weeks. So I'm excited though, guys. It's going to be great. Like, if you just really remember that, like, this is all about focus and putting, a little bit of sacrifice, a little bit of focus, a little bit of good times, and you put all of that together and you're able to really create a vision for yourself, right? And a vision for like where things are going to go. And so I think that's going to be the big thing to be thinking about. So Sai, you can get 20% off right now if you go dataexpert.io/Databricks20. This is going to be it. Dataexpert.io/Databricks20 can get you 20% off. So another place that you can potentially, if you want to be like a last minute joiner, last minute person who's interested in this cohort. So this should be pretty good. If I'm here to answer any other questions. That was the onboarding. That was essentially it. Like, we don't really have that much more. But Mohammed, how do you think the future of Snowflake versus Databricks would be, as both are competing against each other ferociously? Open table formats, it doesn't matter. Open table formats, Iceberg, Delta, doesn't matter, right? So it'll be good. I just found the stream. How long before registration ends? It ends tonight. What if I can't afford it? Take the free shit. Go to my YouTube. Take my free shit. Go to my free bootcamp, and that's fine, right? Is the sequence is important? Like, we have to attend part 1 analytics engineering before moving to part 2? Definitely not. Definitely not. Like, they are separate. You do need to know Python though for this. You do need to know Python, right? Kindly add the link here. Just dataexpert.io, y'all. Dataexpert.io, and that's where you can go and you can join, right? I can't wait to start. Missed you this week. Yeah, Tiffany, it's gonna be great. We're gonna be crushing it. We have freaking. I'm so happy that you're gonna be here for 5 weeks, maybe 10 weeks more. It's gonna be awesome. We're gonna be crushing it and building out more and more things together, right? And it's gonna be like just fascinating. It's gonna be so fascinating where we're gonna get to by the end of April, like, and showing people all the different pieces of the puzzle. So Tiffany joined the analytics engineering one. Is there a link to the AI engineering handbook? I don't see it on your GitHub. It's not on my GitHub. It's on Data Expert GitHub. Can you drop the sign up link in the chat? I mean, can someone else do that? I don't think I can share on LinkedIn. I can only share on YouTube and Twitch. Super annoying. It's super annoying how this works. Can we use AI to complete the bootcamp? I mean, some people do, right? Is it a free bootcamp? No. Why does everyone want shit for free? Like, no, like, because guess what? People, when you offer stuff for free, do you know what people do? They just don't finish it. They just don't give a shit. They give this many shits if you offer it for free. This is how much people care. Because you know what you say when you offer something for free? Hey, this is not valuable, right? And that's how it works, right? So you mentioned in one of the previous Databricks live sessions that we need to know to have some knowledge of Spark for the advanced Spark curricula. Is that still the case? If you've never touched Spark in your entire life, then yeah, you're not going to like it. You're not going to like it because it's like, I'm not going to cover like all the basic shit, right? I'm not going to do that, right? We're going to go because you got to understand, like the average person in this boot camp has 4.5 years of experience. If I go in and say, here's how to start Spark, that is insulting to them, right? That is not a good place to start, right? So yeah, like learn the basics. Go install Spark. Learn a little bit about data frames, right? Then you're going to be good to go. Thank you, Sai. Thank you so much for sharing that link. This is the link, right? And so it's good. So how much it costs? You can get in for $2,400 right now if you use Databricks 20 at checkout. So yep, should be pretty great. What do you think about the future of OpenAI, Anthropic, Gemini, DeepSeek? Who is winning from your experience? It depends on what. It really just depends, right? It just depends, right? Yeah. The Spark Fundamentals and Community Edition was very helpful. Yeah, and if you went through the Spark Fundamentals and Community Edition, then like you are ready. You are 1,000% ready. That's like, and this is like just an add-on to that, right? An add-on, and you really get a lot of depth from this. It's really awesome. Like, and you'll be able to kind of approach all the different Spark topics with a lot of energy and excitement. So I don't feel ready right now in the prerequisites, right? Yeah, like there's a chance I run this again. Like I don't like. You guys got to understand, like, I don't really commit to that because most people want to buy this self-paced anyways. Like, so you can just buy the subscription product later. Like doing these cohorts every single week, every single month until the day I die is not something that I'm planning to do. Right. So, yeah. What's the name of the person who manages the platform? I got a bug in my account and I can't log in. So that's Matali. Matali is going to be a good person to talk to for that. Are we going to feel behind if we miss the first cohort? No, not at all. They're completely separate. Like they do build on each other. They build on each other, but they're not prerequisites, right? That's the way to think about it, right? That is like how things are going to work here, right? And so I think one of the things that I want to do right now, just for everyone, because I think that this is something just as a act of goodwill. An act of goodwill. Just give me 1 second here, everyone. Okay. Because I know some of y'all were like, okay, well, if I don't know Spark, can I learn it? And like Spark's not for like another couple of weeks, right? So you could probably learn it in time. So like if you want to learn Spark for free, completely for free, then you can do that. 1 second. Let me go over here. So if you go to learn.dataexpert.io, we should have it here. Yeah. So you can, I just reopened the Bootcamp Community Edition. So you can join, you can rejoin the Bootcamp Community Edition, and that should allow for, 1 second. Yeah, show on landing page. That should allow for people to learn Spark. So congratulations. So if you want to rejoin the community edition, you might have to click the join button again because I deactivated everyone. But you just have to be able to do that. And this is where you can learn the Spark basics that you need to learn to like be ready for this. So it should be pretty great. Like I'm really excited to see where we can go with a lot of this stuff. And hopefully I can release more good free material as well for people who can't afford it, right? Because we want to do a mix, right? That's where it's important to do things, right? But like releasing only free material is a stupid play because like there's just not enough eyeballs for YouTube to pay you, right? Because I make like $100 a month from YouTube. Like it's like literally nothing. So it's like freaking because there's just not that many data engineers in the world, you know? So, but definitely check out the community edition. If you want to check that out again, I will put that on the screen. Learn.dataexpert.io. That's where you can go. Definitely join. We're doing a free vibe coding bootcamp that starts on freaking Saturday as well. So that should be another good thing to also check in on. That vibe coding bootcamp should be really good. Will the subscription have similar content than the bootcamp? Yeah, it is. It is the bootcamp content. It's the same thing. It's on a 6-month delay though, right? So like you join the bootcamp and then the subscription product has the bootcamp content, right? But it's only on, so the content of this bootcamp will be available in like October, or September, October, something like that, right? And that's that's literally how my subscription product works, right? As I film all the content for the boot camps and then I release it self-paced, right? You let me know what would be covered. You can go back after this live is over and you can know, but like it's Delta Lake, Advanced Spark. So I've worked with Spark at petabyte scale, and I'll talk all about Advanced Spark. Then we're going to be talking about Delta Live Table, Spark structured streaming, and Delta Live Table. We're going to be talking about Agent Bricks, and then we're going to also be talking about unstructured data. So that'd be good. Could you kindly accept my connection request? No, I can't. LinkedIn only lets you accept 30,000 connection requests. What's the difference between Community Edition and the regular one? The Community Edition is old. The Community Edition is self-paced. The Community Edition is not as in-depth. The Community Edition is not in the cloud. The Community Edition does not have guest speakers. The Community Edition does not have help. The Community Edition is, and whereas like all those things are available, the Community Edition doesn't have the referral network that we also have in the regular bootcamp. Like I try to offer people a lot more value if you join the actual paid community, because that's the whole point. The whole point of paying, right, is it's an investment in your future. It's an investment in your career, right? And it's very reasonably priced, especially like if you compare it to college and university, it is extraordinarily reasonably priced. So that's a big thing to be thinking about as like you're like noodling on like what to do and how to build, right? Because we are going to be in a good spot here, right? And like definitely like I'm excited. I'm excited to see where we can get. So I mean, I don't know. Like I think I don't think there's going to be that many more questions. So if you have any other questions, if you are part of the bootcamp and have any questions, reach out in the Discord or reach out to the support email. So the support email is support@dataexpert.io. All right, support@dataexpert.io is the email that you can reach out to for support, as well as the Discord. Discord's better. We're more responsive on Discord. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the kickoff. I hope you guys enjoy the community edition. If you were worried about not finishing it, go and try it out now. And I hope you guys have a fantastic Monday. I'll catch you guys back here in about 20 minutes to go over Capstone brainstorming.